What is going on? I am Blitz, and if this is your first time tuning in to one of my videos, I appreciate you stopping by and checking it out. And if this is something you like, if you like any of my content, please leave a like, hit that thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button and that little bell that notifies you when I upload a new video. So be sure that you're doing that. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into my first ever story time with Blitz. And this is gonna be the story of my first ever ticket that I received. Now, I'm a 90s kid, and no, I don't believe that stupid thing where only 90 kids remember, but if you're a 90s kid, you will probably all remember that. Growing up in the 90s, it was skateboarding, rollerblading, and bikes. And
the battle is about to begin.
At the time, it was kind of in this transitioning time, this period that helmets were not really, hadn't really been required, but they had now been made into a law where it was now a law that a minor under the age of 18 had to wear a helmet. And yes, if you're thinking that my ticket has anything to do with the helmet, you're absolutely 100% right. Okay, now let me tell you my situation growing up. Ridiculously poor. My mom had the food stamps, and I mean the actual food stamps when they were, you know, the little coupons that you had to rip off from the pad and, you know, hand over. Those types of food stamps, that old school, that type of low income type of situation. All of my toys, or any of my toys, or, you know, the bikes, rollerblades and stuff, were mainly given to me as Christmas birthday gifts from my grandparents, who I would say were middle class income. And the reason why my mom was poor is because drugs, but that is a whole nother issue. Don't do drugs. Stay away from bad, highly bad. It don't matter how they make you feel, they are just bad. They ruin lives, people. Anyways, getting off of that. For my, I don't know if it was my 7th or 8th or 9th birthday, but around one of those times I was given a bike, and with the bike came no helmet, and no helmet was purchased for me. So I'm not saying that it wasn't my fault, because I knew that a law had been passed, but me being a little 7, 9-year-old kid that didn't really have their own money, who was not really allotted any type of allowance for doing chores or anything. Chores were required, no money guaranteed. I couldn't buy myself a helmet, and nobody thought to buy me a helmet or my friend, because my friend was in on this too. I wasn't the only one. So anyways, we were kind of, I forget what type of day it was, but it was kind of new school year. So summer was just kind of getting over. It was still nice and everything. And we decided we were going to take our time and lollygag. We lived about 7 blocks away from the school. And we were running kind of late. I would say we were about 5 minutes away from the first tardy bell to go off, and we decided that we were going to hop on our bikes and go because our ride, or whoever was going to walk with us, decided that they were just going to sleep in bed. So we got on our bikes and we started taking off.
15 seconds.
And mind you, I would say this is like 2nd week, 3rd week of school, going into the new school year. And mind you, we are not the only kids go into this school without wearing helmets, but I can guarantee that we were the only kids upon going to the entrance of the school that got stopped by a police officer. I don't know if he had a stick up his butt that day or what was going on with him, but for whatever reason he decided that he just had to stop these 2 raggedy looking kids on their bikes so he can give them a ticket.
I did most of that.
Oh man. So yeah, he was just standing there. I don't even know where his cop car was. I just know he was standing there by the damn crosswalk, and he stopped me and my friend, and he's like, where are your helmets? And we just kind of looked at each other because in the back in the back of my mind, it's like, I don't have a helmet. My parents, my mom, my grandparents, they didn't give me no helmet. I don't have a helmet. And that's what I told him. I don't have a helmet. He's all, well, it's against the law. And so, I was like, okay, but I don't have a helmet. I can't help it that it's against the law. You know, in my mind, it's just like, where's he going with this? And then he pulls out his little writing pad, and I'm like, oh no. And he proceeded to ask me my information, my name, and all this other stuff, where I lived. Of course, I was a ditzy little kid, so and we were always moving around, so I really don't recall if I even gave him the right address, because like I said, when you're poor, like I was, or if you've ever grown up being poor, then you know that you move around a lot, and especially when you're a young kid and you're moving around a lot, it's very easily forgotten which address is the correct address. So, yeah. Anyways, so I gave him the address the best I could and all this other stuff, and still in the back of my mind, being this unrational kid, I guess you could say, or I didn't really think logically. I don't know any children that really do unless like a super genius or something. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, okay, he's just gonna write me this ticket and nobody else is gonna know besides my friend. Anyways, he wrote it up. We went to class, and as I was sitting in my little 3rd grade class, so I guess I was like 8 or 9 years old. But as I was sitting there, I was like, okay, you know what? Nobody's gonna know. I'm just gonna take this ticket and I'm gonna go to the bathroom when it's recess time, and I'm just gonna flush it down the toilet. Oh, jeez. Guys, like I said, I was not thinking logically. I had no idea that when a cop wrote a ticket that they made copies of it, that you get a copy, they got a copy. So I had no idea. So, and this all happened within a day, so I'm just kind of looking back on it, I don't know how it all happened so fast, but I flushed it in the toilet, and yet somehow my parents found out. My friend was gonna flush his down the toilet as well, but he forgot his in the school desk, so he didn't do it. But he didn't get in as much trouble as me. Of course, I did get in trouble. I got my bike taken away, but they didn't really take it away. They just deflated the tire so I couldn't ride it, which was I thought was kind of stupid, because in reality it was not my fault that I didn't have a helmet. So the ticket was not my fault. It was their fault for not buying me a helmet that was required by law. But yet I was still punished for it. Now I understand that I was probably more so punished for flushing the ticket down the toilet instead of taking it home and giving it to my mother. But like I said, I was in the mindset that nobody was going to know, because I did not know that the cop also had a copy that would also be mailed to the house.
30 seconds remaining.
But, anyways, guys, that was indeed my first ever ticket that I received, and that was for not wearing a helmet. My little 9-year-old self.
15 seconds
So,
remaining.
Not quite.
9, 10,
if you
9, 8,
are under the age of 18 and you don't wear a helmet, I think they pretty much lax on the laws, but you should wear a helmet for all safety reasons. I understand why the helmets are required. You see people, you don't know how many times I've had friends and family members who have been riding their bikes, they've been hit. It's just a thing. But anyways, guys, that was story time with Blitz. If you like this type of thing, leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching.